That's what I call a break. It's now about 7 hours later and 6 hours sleep later. So that was good to do. It was getting a little bit late, and as I stopped, I realized, boy, I am getting tired. Well, this path isn't exactly the straightest one I ever made. Let's get right back into it. Obviously, for you guys. I don't know how I would have broke that up. I'm not sure how big a file I can handle. This is going to be a railroad track bonanza. Yeah, see, curving like this, there is this hill right here. But I'm thinking, yeah, we probably swing it closer this way. But let's go back down this hill. And I want to fix that spot that it's just not looking very nice from afar. Not that it'll change our lives much, right? But when we get close to this edge, yeah, I don't want to look down and see. Yeah, I don't want to look down and see that gravel spot down there. So let's delete at least some of it. Yeah, that should be. I don't know. Do we just come right off of here and with the wall, just for the sake of it? I don't see any of it at a distance. I don't know if it would render at a distance because sometimes a lot of people get upset with the way games render, but it's it's an interesting subject for. When I say get upset, like I've played some. Let's go straight out, even if that's some Microsoft Flight Simulator, and people just really don't understand. Like they were complaining that the game was. You know what? I want to do constant grade through here. That things are popping in. Well, when you're in an airplane, that's a heck of a thing to have an airplane view, like where and nothing ever pop in. Let's get the right tool here. It's one thing if you're in a game like this, even where you can look around, but you can't move as fast in this. I'm gonna try to go up half. Keep this to a minimum. I think we'll. It's getting kind of silly at a certain point. I don't want to lose my constant grade. How about we go to right there? No, that didn't. That's we're just gonna. Oh no, wait. This will have to be. I was gonna say that did work out perfect, but we'll. Really, what I'm gonna do? Let's just demolish all this. We will come. Oh no, that is kind of far. Never mind. I thought we were right there. Let's just slope it. It otherwise looks good. We'll do variable grade and head up. Head up at a 1%. Oh, no, we're going to head up more than that. I don't want to go too. We should have done a constant grade. I can take it right up to that. I do like that other level. All right, a little bit of a line there. See about that, but this makes this look a lot nicer. And there we go. I think we have, within the bounds of we still have trees to cut down and actual track delay, we have a good plan. Yeah, like I said, I don't mind cutting them down up here in this gully or in this side of the hill. because I know that the track's going to go somewhere close. All right, so I'm thinking let's delete. Well, you know what? Let's work on the inside. We might as well just delete some of this because chances of it being right are pretty slim. All right, so I think there's nothing to it but to have one go through. And I was trying to think in the past. Yeah, this is a little awkward, isn't it? I guess this will be close enough. All right, we'll just try to get this. Yeah, that's pretty nice. All right, so that's where we'll come out. Now we'll give it a nice, I think I'd like a little bit more of a long run in since we have the room. Now there's a big open area. Yeah, we'll do one more. That way we're not totally on a hill. We'll do variable grade. All right, start here. Let's go up 2%. All right, now you know what? Let's pick up this height. Man, this is kind of straight. I don't think I turned my head much to. No, that is just sort of straight ahead, isn't it? So we'll get this height going. Can't really see with the. I think that's. Yeah, that's. I do want it to be ever so slightly up. So that the trains can't get out. All right, so now we'll slope down at 1%, see what that does. About 1 point. Oh, that was up. Yeah, 1 it is. Where does that end? Yeah, that's good. Right, so just in case we ever leave a car in here, it's a little bit less likely to sneak out. Now the problem is, do we have enough? Yeah, this should be level back here. Yeah, let's do 2 switches. Switch left, thing on the right. So we'll do that. Let's go to this. We'll put a section of this track in. So one of these is going to be for the return. And the other's going to be, yeah, I don't like. We are turning a little bit. Let's see if we can just put in. All right, so now this one, I wonder if we could do this one different where, well, no, we should put the siding on the inside, right? So this will be our loop around. Not going to make that much difference if we have to run up here to do one or the other. All right. Come here. Yeah, why did that go so low? Just go over here. Because we're on a slope up, aren't we? Yeah. I don't really like that it's on that slope up, but I guess it doesn't matter too much, does it? Yeah, you know what, that's fine, but I really need to come back over this side and do the loop around. I think that's enough distance to turn around, or we go a little bit further ahead. We could, if we have to, like it gets bigger up here a little bit, especially over to the right. I don't want to have to turn it to the right. We could definitely make a bigger turn. So let's see what. Yeah, we'll do variable grade. Start like here. 1 degree. Alright, so now let's go even. It's going to be a nice, reasonable. Oh, yeah. I think we'll be in good shape. Can't really see exactly where our. Yeah, there it is. I think this might be good. I don't want to get too close to where that other thing's going to be. Now this will be. There we go. I think we're getting there. What I think I'll do is let's just fill in this gap. Yeah, this is on a slope. Okay. 1% is easy enough to remember. Where does it stop? Yeah, see, now we're getting above it. So let's go back to. Yeah, see, we got above it. So that's part of the problem. Yeah, are we above it by. Let's do this. We'll blend that into that, and then we know we're at the level. We're close enough. Right. I would say that's close enough. We can. So this will just be like the beginnings of a yard. I don't know how much we ever want to store stuff up here, but I feel the need to do that for some reason. Yeah, we'll go right to this tree. Will be a nice stopper. I think it does make sense. Now this one we could actually have as a through yard if we got real sophisticated, but right, because well, I guess you go around, turn around, go back out, and then back in if you want to leave the cars here. For all that, our thing still doesn't look that good. Get rid of these trees so we can see our switches. And build the railroad track. missed that one. Yeah, I think what happens sometimes is that when there's the foliage or the sticks on the trees there, which I think is foliage, right? You can't necessarily see to the, like, it blocks me hitting that next tree whether I realize it or not. Like, it's not sure exactly how we're. Some of these I end up cutting down because they're obnoxious when I'm in the third person view of the train. Because you're kind of hanging off the sides there to see past the smokestack. It would be nice to have an option to turn off the smokes. Oh, thank you, tree. Okay, so let's get some rails going finally. Connect. Yeah, it's see that little tiny slope down will just keep your train in there if you ever leave it there. And that's looks a little off, but that's all natural ground. I guess it's because it's coming down and then it's transitioning. And maybe it's not even that much off. I'm being too particular. This will be the toughest one up here. And let's see. Yeah, we get a little bit off. All right, we can swing it this way a tiny bit, right? Before we. Let's see if we can use the angle tool, right? Edge curve radius. Does that make a lot of sense? I don't understand what I'm doing with the edge curve radius when I can just do this. I think it just caused me to not do the beginning part like I would. All right, just, before we cut too many trees, which let's just go see. Yeah, see, I don't like the way that is. That got, yeah, and this is like too sharp all of a sudden, and yeah, I just don't understand that tool enough. Yeah, I think I'm also gonna, let's get rid of the trees first, as a matter of fact, because these certain ones are really make it hard to see and do my job. Could swing it a little bit wider, but what I'm feeling really more than that is a little bit like I felt like when we got to a certain point, I don't know, that's pretty nice. I mean, there's a certain, yeah, I think I actually, we need to get rid of this because we got to get out of the turn. A certain point here, I think we could handle going wider, but I think I also just messed up in the beginning, and I think I want to do a little better. That is not at all what I wanted to click on. If I wanted to build railroad tracks. See, I didn't swing it as wide or as long. Let's just keep going because I feel good about that. Sometimes you stay with the momentum in life. All right, this is what I was talking about earlier. So we're going to come back here at a certain point. That we can just fill in. It does look good though when you just come. Yeah, maybe we'll just come along with more. Just come along with more gravel. We can afford it. All right. Yeah, we got kind of a start over here. Oh, I didn't mean to demolish. Why did I demolish? That's all right. We'll. That piece back. Yeah, this really is getting. It's not a lot higher, but I could see it. Let's first do this. Nah, cuts are great. We want to go. All right, and then. Actually pretty close, I think. Oh, tree. Trees. Imagine the day. I mean, it probably is a lot of truth to how many trees you have to cut down. Like, I have heard that when they, up until you got to the Great Plains, at least you could go across, all the whole east coast of the United States was nothing but trees. And while the railroads in the West were romantic, I guess you could say. It was really the east coast of the United States where the railroading really started. Where you would have had people going up into the mountains of Pennsylvania and Virginia and building railroads, getting the coal out and everything else, iron ore. Think about Pittsburgh and all that was going on. That was all, a lot of that was railroad stuff. How do we look here? Yeah, it's, sharp, but it's a little extra sharp there, but I think not too bad. We could use a little bit more gravel. Trees first. Yeah, that's a little off there. Let's, for this part, let's just demolish up until about the point we made it. Yeah, like right. Yeah, we'll start back there somehow if we can, and then we'll just go right over top of. We can just point at the center of the track, and I think it makes it look nice. I'll accidentally delete that track. There you go. We'll start from this end since this end has the level. did leave a little jut out somewhere back there that I should fix. It'll annoy me one day, and if not, if we never see it again, should we? Yeah, we'll leave the jut out just for the sake of covering up. So you know, if you do this, you're golden. The only pain where this is that if the track's not level, it becomes a lot harder to exactly match it up. I don't know what happened there. That was a weird click. See, like right there, I guess maybe right here, right? Well, we already have it right there, so let's do slope down 1, right? Whatever, that seems pretty reasonable. And then let's go clean up over here, and we're not done because we have to do the thing, but we're getting there. Start heading back down the mountain. We'll do the, might as well just do that spur rail storage. Didn't I leave a jut out? Yep. There it is. Do what I wanted it to. Yeah. Left a bit of ugliness right here. We'll live with that for a minute. Wherever. There was a request on the Steam for there we go. So if we go too far with that, there was a request for like automatically laying the track in the middle of the roadbed. That was an interesting one. I don't know. What do you guys think? I kind of like the fact that it's difficult. You know, that it's. I feel that adds to the challenge. I know it can add to the frustration, and if you're not this type of person, but I don't know. So many games they just do for people that just want the easy way, but that's awful close to there, isn't it? It's I think we're going to cut that a lot closer to that corner. Yeah. All right, let's try to keep that straight like that, and then well, that really is kind of a slope, isn't it? Yeah, so we're just going to kind of lay it right on the ground, which I don't normally do. That is the top of the hill, so let's go a little bit straight just so it's That made it a little ugly there, but I guess every pile on the railroad tracks is probably not pretty. I'm sure they don't have. Yeah, that's kind of awful sharper than it needed to be. Let's just get out of this turn to make sure that looks decent. Oh, jeez. Mouse movements got way ahead of the, like I clicked and then there was a lag. And I'm wondering if that's not why it's confusing the mouse at times. I'll have to pay more attention to that. That one's up the hill enough. There's another one. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, that's, you know, going to be kind of sharp right there, but we're not going to be coming in here at 100 at that point. We could have brought it more this way, but then that does line us up, you know, pretty straight. Actually, it doesn't, does it? This would have been straight. That's all right. Well, we'll give her a test. If it starts bothering us, we can redo it then. That's sort of going to be the theme, I think, for the rest of the way down the mountain. Until we know it's an issue. And then once we, you know, we'll see. Once we want to start going faster, we might run into the same thing. So first, we'll make sure we're not derailing any place, and then we'll go from there. All right, so the best way to do the bridge, let's run on up to it with this, and then we'll see if we can't. See if we can't just set it up to be dead straight across like that, and then do yeah, it was off a little bit, and then I do want to start turning it. I think what, why? That was the other way. Yeah, I still don't know why I'm losing my thing. Yeah, let's do a little more X. Or is that too much? That's too much, I think. 1 degree. It wasn't much. Do. Nah, you know what? I really did want to do more. Let's start turning it a little bit more. Because I don't think it turns exactly like I'm expecting it to turn. I think that's part of my... Right, like if we do this, it does nothing, right? Right. But then the next turn... All right, we'll do a 7 degree. What? Wrong button. 11 degree. So then it leaves like a, it leaves you straight out. So that wasn't too bad. I don't know that I like it, but I haven't used it enough to. It's sort of just the same way you build them, which, let's be honest, is not overly impressive, other than you can build them pretty easily compared to fiddling with those buttons. Yeah, this is not a high-speed rail, is it? No mag level on this train track. And I know we're in 1875 or something, but I don't know what year is it technically that we're in. Or do they care? I mean, I think the Porter engine's from 1875. That's how I came up with that number. But I guess it would mean we were sometime after the Porter engine. Why did we leave that tree? Let's take care of some more of them. Right on a turn, no less. Do I want to go straight through there? No. Let's go back to the straight section and try it again. Let's go check it out. We should just keep going down the hill and just come driving back up and see if we get it right. Yeah, that's, I don't know how much more we could do. Oh yeah, look at this. I don't like that. Yeah, let's go up to here. Yeah, that's good. We'll put a section of wall right there so it doesn't look. Yeah, look at all that. We're going to do this whole thing with wall. Let's not delete. Yeah, let's keep going because, like, I don't know if you could see it, but even right out here, see how down there we got that same dumb gravel look? I guess I can understand why it's like that, but it's not. Might be nice if there was a way to control it. So we'll put this in first, because then we can make the wall exactly follow the track. That's going to be kind of sharp. And I guess we should probably just do it right from this point, huh? Yeah, that should be a bit of a straight section. We'll just go, we'll make this all wall. We stopped too soon. Tree's gonna go. That's, we have a couple more while we're here. I hope that's all kind of level. That'll be the hardest part about doing this is just trying to match it up. But I guess we don't have to be perfect. All right, so we'll do. Is it best to delete? Yeah, because can I demolish a piece of track? Yeah, and then do the wall, and then we'll come back in. Yeah, variable, definitely variable. And we just have to keep an eye that we're on sort of the bottom of the boards. Is this 6% grade? Is that right? Doesn't seem like. Next thing you know, we'll be leaving now. So we're leaving. That's the problem, is you don't realize that it's like you make this more wavy than it needs to be. Yeah, see, that's. Yeah, all of a sudden, yeah, that's, we really. Following the level is the tough thing. See, it's. You don't get it right from the beginning, it gets very confusing to me. Let's try it again. We were pretty good up to a point. I just didn't want to demolish the track to get it perfect again. Yeah, all of a sudden it just goes level here, is I think what it is. So this is level. We have to expect to come down at a certain slope. Maybe we'll. Yeah, I don't know if. That's annoying, isn't it? That's expected to go to level this time. I don't know what I did 100% to be wrong, but. Yeah, see, I think even from the very beginning, the problem is I can't really see, is that like way, yeah, see, it's like way below it. Yeah, there we go, that's. But I don't think we're at 1%. Yeah, definitely not. Let's keep that in the middle. I'm just going to keep it where I know it's on boards. Yeah. Right, I'm raising it up and lowering it. There you go. See, like, till I actually see that it's actually covering the board a little bit. Yeah, that actually works. So what I'm looking for is, see, like, it's not covering the board there. It's not covering the board there. I don't know if you guys can see this that well. Now it's covering the board. Now it's covering the board. Hmm. See, I think this is level. No. Well, that becomes tedious, to say the least. We're getting close anyway. All right. Yeah, well, that's a little bit. I don't like that turn there. Well, we got a bit of a straight section. Get rid of that and that and that and redo it so it's not quite so snaking. And this is definitely pretty sharp right there. We'll see how that goes. I don't expect to be coming up here too fast, but I don't particularly like the way that looks. See what I mean? It's like it should be slash could be a little bit shorter. It's just such a long turn to have to redo. It's like a little extra oomph at the end coming back, which I don't like. It's not gradual coming out of that turn. We'll see. It might not. Some of these kind of look worse than they are. And then other ones don't look bad at all, and they cause you all kinds of problems. So, yeah, see, that could be a little bit smoother. Let's see if we can pick up. It would really be nice. I mean, probably one of the. I don't know why they did it this way, but it really would, I think, be helpful if you could just go right out of the old one in, you know, the one that you're standing on. Maybe it's because it's already placed as opposed to like this piece isn't placed yet. So it can curve it. But then I don't know, it curves the one that we're standing on in a sense. That's kind of sharp, isn't it? We are laying some track, though. Feels horrible, but I know it is straightening it out. Yeah, this is tough here. Yeah, let's go back and look at all that. I know it's straightening it out behind me, but it just looks horrible as it's going down, you know? Not straightening it out, but curving it more smoothly than... And I think that's probably something that messes people up, I would guess. Here, let's get this... while we're inspecting, we can chop trees that are close. Don't fall off, because you can't get back on. Yeah, it's really not too bad. I mean, that's not the greatest right there, but yeah, that's really not too bad at all. All right, we'll accept it. Let me cut down a couple trees right here. Yeah. Yeah, we can live with that. I'm sure that'll be okay. We'll give it a test or 10. It's going to be a long ride to get coal all the way over to that ironworks. We're not even, haven't built the ironworks yet, but this is going to be a pretty long train ride. And we have to bring beams up here too, I think. So that's sort of not the greatest leveling job right there. Yeah, so in other words, beams, we can only bring up 3 at a time, so that makes coal relatively expensive. But we'll see. Well, we can get maybe very long cars going. All right, what are we going to do with this mess? Well, I think the thing to do is something like this, where we'll start from here. All right, we'll have a bit of a straight section. We kind of have to have anyway. All right, and then hopefully go a little more 7-degree. Come on. Come on. Click. There you go. More. No, there you go. Not more. All right, we might have to redo that. And that's 19 degrees. What? Yeah, let's see how that looks. That wasn't too bad, was it? Until we messed it up. And I think we have to start over. So let's go for more from the beginning. Not too much, but that really wasn't too bad the way I was doing that. I need to, that's the next level of track laying, right? Get good at, see, I don't want that to be too curved to bring in that next one. So we want to come, let's just go, oh, did I lose my thing? I don't know how curved I am now. So why did I lose my thing? I have no idea. I didn't hit the K button. You know, K is the one that, yeah, I know the solution, and I'll be back in 1 second. Alrighty. Let's delete that piece. Try this again. See, if I log out and log back in, rails, this kind, yeah, get it back. So, all right, so now let's go for like an 8 from the beginning and see if that, and we'll go more. A little more. What? That's working out pretty well. So let's bring it back down, right? Yeah, because otherwise, yeah, let's see how that looks. Because that's kind of a straight piece there. And then this, we should probably just redo a little bit more of this and do our best to get those two to match up. That's not what we want. All right, so the straight piece can't be too short. That's not going to work. We'll go back. That actually might to go straight right there. Yeah, that will. Oy. Yeah, I think we're going to ignore that wall altogether. I think we got enough to place the track. All right, we're just going to go. Like, wait, what you do there? Yeah, that's worse. We're getting worse. Let's just start over from here. Probably the mistake I made. Probably should have just started from there. We can cheat this a little bit over this way. And then we'll straight. Well, I think this will work. I think so. We can do kind of straight out of there a little further. All right, that's not going to be a very friendly thing. But before we redo the wall and all that, I think we're going to end up revisiting that, but we'll drive a train over it. Let's just get down there and not create future problems when we don't need to. So we lost our thing again. Well, I guess we're just going to have to wing it. Keep going more and more, and then all of a sudden it ends up to be too much, right? Maybe that makes it look better. I don't know. Yeah, see, now maybe that's the trick, just keep it in the center. Part of the problem is not being able to click on this. I think I'm just going to go at this. I do that. I think that would have been a nicer turn than I had, huh? All right, let's just see. Can we fudge this together? I don't necessarily want to delete that other part, but that's what might be coming. Like, let's go see if we can tell where that other part stops, but oh, look, we got our helper thing back again. Why did we get that back? I don't know. Early access. All right. You just won't click anywhere for me. There we go. That's it. Stop. All right, so now what do we... Can't really see. Do we just leave that there? If I delete it, that could be worse. I don't know how far back it goes, you know? Like, oh, probably right here, huh? I don't know. I just might leave it, like, as a engineering mistake. Let's get rid of that. And what is this mess? Oh, yeah, we got remnants. That's fine. We'll do a constant grade. Yeah, well, let's delete it, I guess. That's just... Is there a way to get it back in there that looks half decent without deleting that track? I don't know. We'll just ignore it because you can't really see it from my house. Somebody was talking about that the other day. Good enough for government work. Can't see it from my house. All right, let's make that straight off of there a little bit. Yeah, it's going to have to come way up. And that's not really... No, let's redo that. All right, so let's make that a little bit straight. There we go. Get up there. No. There you go. So how is that going to be? The only thing I don't like about it is I feel like we're kind of up in the air, but I guess it's going to be kind of an abrupt thing there, isn't it? Because we're kind of going from up to down. All right, can I do a little variable grade at least? I don't know if that is a little bit better. We'll see. It's a little easier to see the track in some ways. Some ways I think it's easier to see at some... okay. Some aspects it's easier to see the grade and lay that down, but then there's other times that straight line of that track really helps you visually. That's not so great right there. Oop. Don't have to stretch it out forever. Getting greedy, trying to get too long. It would be nice if you could do really long straight stretches, I guess, but yeah, I think we're not straight. I hate to have to turn these things, but it's awful hard to get them pixel perfect. Yeah, it's not really straight. Not that it has to be that straight, but that's a little bit further off. All right, how to do dead straight across there. Maybe stand off to the side a little bit, right? And see if you can... Bridge itself should be pretty straight, so... Yeah, that seems to be awful close. To be honest, it's going a little bit, 1 pixel off to the right, but I'm okay with that. Come on. These trees are a bit close. I may just run up the line without you guys and cut the trees. And I think the So I have no idea what I'm going to do with this as far as being an episode goes. It's sort of just 3 hours of recording or whatever it's at right now. I don't even want to look because I'm too busy. Want to roll with these tracks. How much time? Well, I don't know. It's I have a folder I have open that tells me how much I recorded, but it's so much to add up. Normally, it's like, even if it breaks it into segments, it's 3 segments. That there's a lot of segments, and every half hour gets broken into its own segment. Let's see if we can get this straight from the beginning. Pushing forward, try not to move, even wiggle the mouse until I want to. It's kind of hard to click on the mouse sometimes, not wiggle it. It's probably one of the reasons the artists don't like to use a mouse. I think a lot of them prefer like the writing pads or whatever they use to, like, if you're drawing on a computer. Oh, come on. Really breaks your rhythm. I don't think there's any reason that you shouldn't click more often, but I seem to not click more often sometimes. Yeah, that's a fairly steep downhill. Yeah, I think we're just going to check out this stretch with the train ride. That sounds like a reasonable plan. Instead of going back, if we have to stop for trees and whatever else, at least we'll be hauling some beams or whatever we decide. I think it's beams we need up there. I forget. It would be nice if it was lumber because we could carry twice as much. The other thing that would be nice as a tool is a tool that kept you in the center of the track. Like if you could, where you're always pointing from the center to the next. Like, as part of the problem is when you go around the turns, you get off-centered, and then it's a little bit harder to guesstimate the next turn to make it even. Oh, come on. Why are we not clicking? Oh, because we ran out of... See, there's a lag. You guys couldn't tell it, but there was a... Maybe you couldn't tell it. It just stopped letting me lay anymore. So I think until you right-click, I don't think you've officially, in a sense, placed the track, even though it's there for all practical purposes. I don't think it's committed to memory in a sense, or a different kind of memory, permanent memory. So we'll have to come back here and cut some trees. I don't necessarily think they're going to be... Uh-oh. Did we prepare for this? Well... Alright, so I guess I don't think it makes any difference if I start... Wrong way. We'll start with a 10. I think that's going to be pretty good. All right, see if straight is the trick. There we go. That's not too bad. Now we'll have to cut some of these trees since we're here, and that one in particular isn't going to cut it. Get it? Cut it. Good enough for. I was going to say, did we not get that one? That was the whole reason we got off the. All right, so where are we at in our little train laying? We're halfway, but I think we should be pretty easy. Like that top part, I think that might have even been our last bridge right here. So, if I'm remembering right, yeah. So I think this part should be much quicker. Maybe we have a bridge or two, but not two, I doubt. We'll see. That's the kind of thing, if we come back, we might see how we really didn't have that very straight at all for almost no reason. Yeah, I want to get rid of this straight too. I don't know where it went. Must have jumped up in the air. Yeah, see, now I can see. Kind of thought that's the way it was going to go, but it would also be nice. I don't know if you ever played Factorio. That tree's going to clip the train. I definitely need to. We'll go. Let's go take care of it now. But when you place the electric poles, it just automatically places the next one if it's in need of a pole. It really probably wouldn't be a bad thing. You just had to go right there, right? So I can't reach that other one. Yeah, so at some point I might run up here. I don't mind that the trees are a little bit close, but you know, it's a little bit annoying with the whole seeing out the side, but as long as there aren't any signals ahead, it's not the end of the world. As we're doing it, we are getting the longest. I think this will be the longest railroad track that we build, in a sense. Let's go back to tree mode since we have that guy in particular. Might derail us. Yeah, those should be okay. These are a little close. Get rid of them since we're already here. Because every other track, we still probably have as much track delay, but this will by far be the single longest run. hand's getting sticky or something on the mouse from being on it for trying to be this precise for so long. Yeah, I don't like that tree there. Let's get past it and then we'll come back and cut a couple of them. Start there before we don't want to re-rail anything. Good rule of thumb is anything that's touching the stones is almost guaranteed. You should probably just cut it down. You want to make it not look like you're going through the forest. Then any of these ones that lean, really anything that's within 5 feet could probably go. There you go. That one went because of the curvature of the track, but there you go. See how that makes it nice, and when you're hanging off the edge of the train at the third person view. So this, I think I'm going to cut that corner a little bit. Sort of seems to swing wide for no particular reason. Actually, just kind of stay straight until we turn. There we go. Another too close tree. Let's get around this turn and then we'll run back and get it. Yeah, that one would have definitely been a problem. These other ones are just uncomfortably close, though I think we would have, well, that one we might not have cleared either. That's right, we'll do a reasonably slow, why not cut this one too? Reasonably slow test run. We're getting there. Yeah, I think you can kind of see, well, maybe you can't, but there's like a hill coming down this way. I think that's the last hill, right? Yeah, pretty much. Some of what's making me miss is that I'm trying to keep it straight. And if I'm not, I need to adjust. Like right there, I wanted to adjust back to the left just a hair, and I, in taking that time to adjust, almost like I should stop each time and then make sure it's straight and then go. Like before I click. See, that one I messed up. talking too much. But so that's sort of the tough part about keeping going straight. And then as far as using that tool goes, well, I don't know exactly. I think at times you could switch back and forth. Oh, look, we do have another bridge. Or no, that's our track. Hey, we're there. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. There we are. We have a track to the coal mine. Let's get rid of some of these trees that are awful close. So now, that is, I have that train up by the lumber, or by the coal iron mine. So I'll go up there and get that after we stop here. And I'll unload it, because we didn't even unload it. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, as long as we can make it up there. Like I said, let's see, how do we do with our money? Yeah, 2,000. So we spent, I forget exactly how much we had. I should have paid more attention, but at least 3,200, I think. So we spent at least a good 1,200 cutting down trees. Might have even been more than that. Yeah, so this turn up here is going to be kind of tricky. Get rid of some of these trees so that as I'll be a little bit higher up in the air. I'll be able to see that. Oh, there's that signal. Yeah. Let's take care of some of these trees just so we can see that signal ASAP. Because it's going to be on one of the steepest hills we have. And if it's not right, it's going to be a recipe for derailment or going the wrong direction. All right, so at least we can see that far ahead. Hopefully that's enough to stop on that hill. So there we go, guys. We have completed it. Again, I have no idea how long this is. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this mega. It's going to be like a mega episode. I'll try to put it out all in one day. And like I said, my problem is that the file sizes, after they get over 5 gigabytes, just start, becoming an issue for Windows more than anything else. All right, let's fill this gap in. So I'm not sure 100% what I'll do. Oops. Am I on constant grade? But I want to be on constant grade. I guess either beams or the rails. So let's see what happens. All right, guys. I hope you have a good day. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.